Good morning all. Last class we have studied about the basic radar system. Clear? In the previous class we have discussed about the various the basic simple radar system, which contains a transmitter, a receiver and a duplexer. Okay, have you cleared on that last class? Today we will discuss a new topic on radar, that is a pulse radar system. At first, what is pulse radar system and why it is named as pulse radar system? See, in the radar system, the concept is that the echo of a sound or a signal which will be reflected by the objects present in the environment to the radar, and it calculates both the sending and receive echo signal and calculate the distance and identify the object. Clear? So now we will discuss about the pulse radar system. Why it is named as pulse radar system? As before we have already discussed that in radar system the signal is used for sending, and after the echo pulses or echo signal reflected back from the object present over the circle over the area, and it will calculate the distance and the position of the target. So this signal is basically in pulse radar system, it is a pulsed signal. It is not a continuous signal. It is used to identify, detect the range of the object. That's why it is known as your pulse radar system. That means what? Now, हमें जो radar जो कॉन्सेप्टटा अच्छी जे से सिग्नलटा सेंड करे, ठीक अछि, सिग्नलटा ट्रांसमिट करे एवं से ट्रांसमिटेड सिग्नलटा जेतेबेले रिटर्न बैक हेकि आसे बाय द इन द मोड ऑफ इको पल्सेस, जेतेबेले गुडे फांका जागा बुझाउतो जे किछि कहूचो तो तुम कहिबाटा कोन होछि त तुमको अगेन रिटर्न सुना होछि, तो सेही जो कॉन्सेप्टटा रहला सेही कॉन्सेप्ट रे राडारटा काम करे. तो तेणु कि एठी हम को कहू ना इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सिग्नलटा को सेंड करूछु to detect the range and identify the object. तो तेणु कि आमी जो सिग्नल जो प्रकार सिग्नल टा यूज करछु ताकू बेस्ड करके कोन होची ना पल्स राडार सिस्टम काम करछि. तो पल्स राडार सिस्टम में कोन प्रकार सिग्नल यूज होची ना पल्स सिग्नल यूज होची. तो बर्तमान आमे ई जिंसटा को क्लियरली बुझिबा पई गुटे ब्लॉक डायग्राम थ्रू रे आमे जिंसटा को जानिबा. Draw this diagram, students. So, this is the block diagram of pulse radar system. Here is two sections and one TR switch. See, the upper segment is your transmitter and the lower segment after duplexer, this total system is known as your receiver. One small changes is there. In mixer, there is another input which is known as local oscillator. Local oscillator. Clear? Make it. Okay? Clear? Okay. Now let's explain. The first part is, I will go from there. This is your antenna system. What is an antenna? It is a very important thing because all the things done by you. Okay. The antenna is a piece of conductor which is generally used to radiate the electromagnetic waves. तो या काम की सला ना ये इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स को रेडिएट करिया पाई यूज हुए तो एटी रिसीव भी होची तो तेणु कि एई जो एंटीनाटा दिस एंटीना इज कॉमन फॉर बोथ ट्रांसमिटिंग एंड रिसीविंग इट इज ओनली ए सिंगल एंटीना व्हिच परफॉर्म बोथ द ट्रांसमिटिंग ऑफ सिग्नल एंड रिसीविंग ऑफ सिग्नल देन मूव टू द transmitter section. The transmitter section is the first step is your pulse modulator. What does it? See, the radar is working with the signals. Okay, that means we need signal. Then the transmitter section has the pulse modulator which is used to generate the pulse modulated signal. Clear? The pulse modulated signal is generated by the pulse modulator. Okay, and that signal will be transmitted. Okay, so this signal, the generated pulse modulated signal will be fed to the transmitter section. Where in transmitter ने कौन करे से ना जो pulse modulated signal का transmitter को आसे, the transmitter will continue its pulse train to a certain level by which it will be more efficiently transmitted through the antenna because transmitter has the various sections. One is your amplifier, modulator. Modulation done in pulse modulator. Then after that, transmitter create the pulse train. Okay, the pulse train created by the transmitter and it is also an amplifier. Okay. Whenever the transmitter completes its job, it will transfer the pulse train to the duplexer for the what? For the transmitting of the signal. Clear? So this signal will be sent to the duplexer. And duplexer, what is a duplexer? Duplexer is a TR switch, or it has another name. TR switch means receiver switch. That means it acts as a switch while transmission of pulse modulated signal, it closes the path of receiver. Okay. And when it starts receiving the signal, it will close the path of transmitter. Why? because the transmitted pulse modulated signal has a very high voltage or it has a very high frequency signal. So if it will go through the receiver section, it may damage all the system in receiver section. So while transmitting the high frequency pulses, it will close the path of receiver. Clear? Or anything doubt? Nothing. So after closing the path, the duplexer sent the pulse train to the antenna for the radiation or for the transmission of pulse with pulse modulated signal. Clear? Next, when the signal will return back by striking the object to the antenna start receiving the signal. At that condition, the transmission section will be closed and the receiver section will be on. Clear? Now, the received signal will come through the duplexer to the low noise amplifier. Clear? The low noise amplifier, what it does is we have discussed in the previous semester that analog digital communication, the super heterodyne radio receiver, where the heterodyne process is there, first receiving, the tuning, then your amplification. So here the low noise amplifier amplify the input signal from the duplexer, which is received by the receiver, the antenna, received by the antenna, and which is nothing but the echo reflection signal from the object. Clear? Then after amplification, this will be sent to the mixer stage. Mixer stage is what? This is a heterodyne stage. That means what? It combines two signal. One is your from the output of RF amplifier, or which is received by the antenna, the received signal, and a local oscillator signal mixed up and form an intermediate frequency signal or reconstruction of the received signal. Because while traveling or while it will be come to the antenna, it may be affected by the some parameters present in the atmosphere or environment. So in order to reconstruct the signals, we have done the heterodynamic process by the help of mixer and local oscillator. Because mixer mixes two signals. One is your received signal, another one is your local oscillator signal. Clear? Then the produced IF signal will be fed to the IF amplifier for the amplification. Clear? The IF amplifier amplify the IF signal and fed to the detector stage. Now, the signal is in the detector stage. What does a detector do? Detector कौन करे? Detector, as its name, it detects the information signal. You may ask why information signal or why it is needed? Because in the transmission signal, the signal is pulse modulated. That means modulation means two signals are recombined or modulated. So if there is a modulation, then there will be two signals. One is your information signal, another one is your carrier signal. So in detector, what it does, it eliminates the carrier or it recover the information signal. Okay. And when the detector recovers the signal, it will allow to pass the information signal and block the carrier signal. Clear? And the information signal is fed to the power amplifier stage. Where it is, what it does, the power amplifier, what it does, the power amplify or boost the information signal to a certain level by which it can be viewed or it can be get in a larger system. Just like an indicator. In indicator, it is a visual information device जे कि तुमको visually सब जिनसटा देखैबो एवं सेही अनुसार से कैलकुलेशन करिवो जे तुमर टारगेट केते दूर रे अछि एवं तुमर टारगेट टा कम. Clear? So this is all about the pulse radar system, and we will next class we will study about the Doppler effect and we will detail discuss about the CW radar. Clear? So this class is over.